Well, elsewhere in Europe, there's been phenomenal increase in cases. Europe had hoped for a normal holiday season as the region heads into its second pandemic Christmas, but things are looking grim. Governments are scrambling to find ways to keep the Omicron variant at bay and avoid a massive wave of transmissions over the holidays. For more, we are joined by our DW correspondent, Nicole Froelich, from Berlin. Nicole, Germany is set to tighten COVID restrictions once again, but will it be enough to stop the advance of the Omicron variant?
Doubt it. State and federal leaders on Tuesday agreed to impose new measures, fairly mild measures, and measures that won't come into effect until after the Christmas holidays, therefore giving the Omicron variant a significant advantage. And that is an idea the scientific community doesn't like at all. The Center for Disease Control here in Germany, the Robert Koch Institute, is urging everybody to immediately reduce all their personal contacts to an absolute minimum, and would also like to see more robust action coming from the government in the shape, for example, of an extension of the school holidays or a closure of all non-essential businesses, because according to their calculations, the Omicron variant has the power to not only crush the already struggling healthcare system, but could potentially endanger Germany's entire critical infrastructure.
So across Germany, protests against COVID policies have been growing over the past weeks. Why are people taking to the streets?
Of people took to the streets in dozens of cities to protest against vaccine mandates, something that is not yet a reality here in Germany, but that is being hotly debated. Protests like this had been seen before in other countries as well, so it wasn't really a surprise that they would arrive in Germany, a country with a high rate of vaccine hesitancy. But what is worrying authorities is an increasing radicalization of the people taking part in these protests. Over the past weeks, we've witnessed people marching with torches to the private homes of politicians, murder plots against state premiers, and a growing infiltration by the far right in this movement. And that is something that the authorities are keeping a very close eye on. We do have to point out, though, that this is a very loud, a very vocal minority. 71% of Germans would actually like to see a general vaccine mandate.
So what's the situation in the rest of Europe as it heads into the Christmas holidays, Nicole?
Omicron is certainly taking Europe by storm. It's already the dominant strain in various countries, and it's promising to overtake Delta across the region in only a matter of days. So we're seeing a lot of measures being taken. The British government, for example, taking a similar approach to the one we're seeing here in Germany. Restrictions, yes, they are coming, but only after the Christmas holidays. Meanwhile, in the Netherlands, people are already knee-deep in a full Christmas lockdown that lasts until mid-January at least. People in Sweden are back to working from home, and Spain too is grappling with an explosion of cases that has happened over the past week. So a lot of uncertainty here going into the holidays. The head of the WHO has warned that we will see a dramatic surge in cases and deaths after Christmas, and has said that it is better to cancel gatherings than to cancel a life.
Thank you so much, Nicole Froelich, is DW correspondent from Berlin.